Hi everyone, I'm Tom, the retirement home gigging coach, and I can help you get your first retirement home booking within 60 days. Usually a lot sooner than that. But thank you for joining. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, click the notification bell, and let's get started. Today we're going to talk about mistakes to avoid when you're playing retirement home gigs. This isn't one of those first-time performer things. I've seen a lot of seasoned musicians make these mistakes. I hear about a lot of these in the gigs that I play, where residents and staff will tell me about other musicians that aren't doing the right things. So I thought it might be good to make a video about telling you what mistakes to avoid. Now, these are not going to be in any specific order. I'm just going to go down through the list, and if you're thinking about doing retirement home gigs, these are definitely things you want to keep in mind. These are things you want to know. If you're already doing them, maybe this will help tweak your performance. So let's jump right in. One mistake that a lot of musicians are making is that they're playing songs that they like instead of the songs that the residents know. Familiarity is just everything. And when you play a song that people know, they're just automatically interested, their focus becomes sharper, their smiles become bigger. Everybody likes to hear songs that they know. Residents will connect with songs that they know more than if you are doing a flawless, technically great musical performance. They really don't care how good you are as far as your skills go, as far as how good of a singer you are, or how great of a guitar player or keyboard player you are. They don't really care about that too much. They care about hearing songs that they know that bring them back to a really fun time in their life that they can connect with. Another mistake a lot of musicians are making out there is that they're talking too little, but the other side of that coin is sometimes they talk too much. If you are rushing from song to song and you're not breaking up the hour that you're playing with other things like jokes and stories and questions, that's in another video. I cover all of that. It's called The Golden Minute. Look that one up. But if you're talking too little or too much, that's going to hurt you. You have to find that good pace. Another one is playing too loud. Of course, you want them to hear you, but if you're too loud, it's not good. And my advice is to start a little lower and let the residents and staff tell you, hey, bring it up a little bit. We can't hear you as good. Always better to have to raise the volume than for somebody to tell you to turn down. If they're telling you to turn down, it's probably too late. You've probably upset somebody. A lot of these people have real sensitive hearing aids that sometimes, a real sharp, loud noise is very bothersome to them. So start low, increase your volume until they tell you that it's a nice, comfortable volume. Another mistake not to make is don't ignore the audience. If you're always looking at your guitar or you're reading word for word off of a tablet and you're never looking up and looking people in the eye and smiling at them while you're performing, that's not a good thing. You don't want to do that. You want to be connecting with them while you're playing. Now, I use an iPad. I cannot remember every song, but I play them enough to where I don't have to read it word for word. So I'll get the first line of a song in my head and think, okay, now I know where I'm at. And then I'll scan the room and I'll look for those people that are really paying attention and connect with them and smile and bob my head a little bit and just be fun while I'm playing the song. Then when I need to look down, I look down. I'm not one of those people who thinks you have to memorize every single note and every single chord and every single lyric. I think that's old school thinking. Professional musicians use music charts. So why can't we? So just be careful how much you use it. You want to practice looking up from a tablet and scanning the room and making eye contact with people. It's very important. Another mistake not to make is not encouraging participation. You need to invite these residents to sing and clap, sing along, bob around in their chair, get them rocking and rolling. You want to invite that. Sometimes asking the activity directors or their assistants to help you with that is a good thing to do. You want to invite it, encourage that. Some people just need to be told to do that. Some will just do it on their own because they're those kind of people. Sometimes they need to be prompted. So don't be afraid. Say, hey, look, I'm going to play this song. I know you know it. Sing along and clap and make noise and let's just have fun. Encourage that. Don't bring the wrong set list. This is another mistake. A lot of musicians are, they're playing their originals. They're playing songs nobody knows. I think that's the wrong thing to do. You have to play songs that people can connect with, that they know and they like, and the ones that they grew up with. And in retirement homes, it's basically anything from the 1940s to the late 80s will cover all of that. If you need help with those set lists and song choices, look at some of my other videos or get in touch with me and I can help you with that. Don't forget that you're an entertainer. You're not just a musician. Don't make the mistake of thinking, all I'm getting paid to do is come in, play 15 to 20 songs, and I'm going to tear down and leave. You are an entertainer above all. So playing your songs and singing your songs and engaging them with your music is very important, of course, but you're also aiming to be an entertainer and not just a musician. A lot of musicians just go in there and play, they sound like a radio station, then they leave. The staff doesn't want that, the residents don't want it. Don't be that person, be the entertainer. Be the one that goes above and beyond for these people and really gets them engaged. That's going to get you rebooked over and over again. They're just going to love you. You're going to go to the top of the list. Don't make the mistake of being unprepared for technical issues. Make sure you bring extra batteries. If the battery cuts out on you halfway through a song and you've got another one sitting right there, you could just swap it out, make a joke about it, swap it out, and you're back in business. Have an extension cord, have a power strip. Even if everything that you use is battery operated, like all my stuff is, I still bring extension cords and one extension cord and one power strip. You just never know what's going to happen. There was one time I played a gig and my pickup, there was a wire in my pickup on my guitar, it broke loose and I wasn't getting any sound out of it. Thankfully, I had another guitar with me. I normally don't bring a backup guitar, but I had one there, luckily, and now I bring one. I do bring a backup. A lot of people don't. I do, just because when something like that happens to you, it's hard to forget that. I don't want that to happen again. You don't want to make the mistake of ending your set, your whole performance, with the wrong song. You want to make a strong finish. Pick a song that they're going to sing along in their head for the next 3 hours. You want one that's very catchy, very upbeat, very happy, and leave them with that song. And there's a lot to choose from. There again, let me know if you need help with that. But make sure that is that last song you do is a banger. Make sure it's one that everybody knows and loves, that everybody's going to sing along with. It's a very important piece. Don't make the mistake of not building relationships with the staff. You're building relationships with these residents, especially as you play these places over and over again. You get to know them by name. Sometimes you get to know their kids that come in and sit with them during your performance. Do not make the mistake of ignoring the staff. The staff, they're very, very nice people. They work extremely hard. They do a lot behind the scenes to get the residents ready for you to come in. Make friends with the staff. If you're not friendly, my advice would be is to get friendly and stay friendly. It takes, no time at all to go up to the staff members afterwards and say, wow, you do a really great job. You run around here, you take care of people. It's really something to watch them. It's very impressive. That goes a long way. Now, don't say it if you don't mean it. People can see through that kind of stuff. But if you're genuine like that, thank them. Thank them for what they do. It's a big deal, and they're going to appreciate it. It's going to do a lot for you. The last one I have here is, don't make the mistake of leaving too quickly after you're done. Of course, you're going to start tearing down. Now, I use my tear down time, which is only about 10 minutes. I use that to talk to residents as they're leaving the room. Sometimes they come up to you and want to talk to you. I use that time to talk with them while I'm cleaning up, because I don't want to hold the staff up from the next event they have in that room, or getting them to the next event. Maybe they're going to a different room to play bingo. So I don't want to hold them up, but I make sure I talk to some of the residents while I'm tearing down. And I ask them how they enjoyed it, and what was their favorite song, and what songs would they like to hear the next time, and talk to them and thank them for for being there. And it's a big one. It's a big piece of it's a big connecting piece. You want to get to know these people, and it's very fulfilling. You make a lot of friends doing this. So I didn't count those, so I don't know how many of those are, but those are the main mistakes that I hear about other musicians making. I've seen it happen. Don't let it happen to you. Make your list out of this video, and just make sure you're not making these mistakes, and you will be booked over and over again, and you will make the transformation, the very important transformation of going from musician to entertainer. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like my free PDF on retirement home gigging, it's a blueprint. It's everything you need to know about how to get these gigs, and what you need, what to do step by step. Go to the description, find my email, put free PDF in the subject line, and I will send that over to you as quickly as possible. If you're looking to fast track these gigs and get booked up really quickly, then let me know that too. We could jump on a 15-minute call, see if it's the right fit, and maybe we can do some work together. So until the next video, happy gigging.